Hello students, our next topic in the NMR spectroscopy is the splitting of the signal or spin-spin coupling. As we know, in the NMR spectrum, the number of the signal is equal to the number of the set of the equivalent proton, and we have learned from our previous lecture that how to count the number of the set of equivalent proton. Similarly, the position of the signal in NMR spectrum will tell us about the nature of the proton. Either they are acetylenic, they are olefinic, they are aromatic, and we have discussed the various factors which affect their position in terms of the chemical shift. Now in this topic we will see that the signal in the NMR spectrum are not obtained in the form of a singlet. That is, the peaks are not merely a singlet, but they are oftenly obtained in the NMR spectrum in the form of a group of the peaks, and these groups of the peaks are known as the multiplet. They can be either doublet, triplet, quartet, quintet, etc. This type of the splitting of the signal in the NMR spectroscopy is known as the spin-spin coupling or the splitting of the signal, and this is due to the coupling between the two neighboring protons through the intervening bonding electron. Actually, the splitting of the signal can most commonly occur between those protons which are present at either 3 bonds apart from each other, or they are just located on a same carbon atom. However, in some cases such as the aromatic system, there can be long range coupling as well. But the most common splitting we will observe in the form of vicinal coupling, or it can be jam coupling. Here we will consider a simple example of 1,1,2-trichloroethane, and from our previous knowledge we can see that there are two sets of the equivalent proton. Both these two proton are equivalent. We have termed them as A, and this is the second type of the proton, and this is the B. And we can see here the NMR spectrum, and relative to TMS we expect the two signal, one from the A type of the proton, these are CH2 or methylene proton, and second signal will be the from B type of the proton, this is methine proton, and the peak value will be 4 and 4.5 Dale value. This is the chemical shift value relative to the TMS, but this is not the actual position. In actual practice, the signal will obtain in the group of the peaks. Here the B type of the proton will obtain in the form of a triplet. There are 3 peaks, and A type of the proton will appear as a doublet, and this phenomena is referred to as the splitting of the signal. In order to find out the number of the peaks from any type of the proton, we have a simple n+1 rule, and we can calculate it in the following manner. Suppose we want to find out the number of peaks from the A type of the proton, then we will just sit here and count the number of neighboring proton on the neighboring carbon atom. Here there is only one neighboring proton, and we will add it to 1, then it becomes 2. That is, A signal will obtain as a doublet. Here is a doublet. Similarly, in order to find out the number of peaks from the B type of the proton, we will count its number of neighboring proton. Here there are 2 neighboring proton. We will add 1 in them and we will get 3. It means B signal will obtain in the form of a triplet. Here is a triplet. Now in order to understand the mechanism of spin-spin coupling, we can see the separate picture here as well. If we want to predict the signal from the methylene proton, which we have designated as A type of the proton, it will appear as a doublet. Here this formation of doublet will depend upon the spin orientation of the neighboring proton. Here there is only one neighbor, that is methane proton, and it can have 2 spin. It is in the direction of the main field and it is in the opposite to the field. It means this type of the proton, methylene proton, will either align with the field or either they will be opposed by the field. It means for the one half of the proton, the signal will be shifted upfield, and for the other half of the proton, the signal will shift downfield. It means for the proton HA, there will be 2 resonance frequency. We can see here HA proton will have the value H total plus HB when both are aligned in the same direction for this type of the proton, and here HA is equal to H total minus HB. Here both are in opposite direction. It means the proton HA will have the 2 resonance frequency according to the formula mu L is equal to gamma B naught upon 2 pi. It means the proton HA will have 2 resonance frequency and its signal will appear as a doublet. Similarly, we can understand the same type of the splitting proton, same type of the splitting pattern from the methyl proton. Here we have designated the methyl proton as a B proton. The signal from the methyl proton B proton will appear as a triplet, and the formation of triplet will depend upon the spin orientation of the neighboring 2 methylene proton. Since there are 2 neighboring proton and they can have total 4 possible spin orientation, either they are aligned with the field, they are opposite to the field, and these 2 spin orientation are equivalent to each other. But there are more chances of this spin orientation than both of these 2. And since there are 3 ways in which the spin of the CH2 proton can be arranged, it means this proton will have total 3 resonance frequencies according to the formula nu L is equal to gamma B naught upon 2 pi. Thus the signal will split into the triplet. Similarly, we can understand the splitting pattern in the case of the ethyl chloride. Here we have also 2 type of the proton, and the signal from the proton A, that is the methylene, will depend upon the spin of the neighboring B proton. Since the neighboring B proton is a methyl proton and it will have total 4 type of the spin orientation, and we have draw them, this one all the spin in the same direction, here the spin in the opposite direction, and 3's are equivalent and 3's are other form of the equivalent orientation. We can see clearly. It means now for the proton CH2 or A type proton, there are now total 4 resonance frequencies. It means the signal from the methylene proton will split into the quartet, that is the total 4 number of the peaks with the intensity ratio 1:3:3:1, and This is also justified by our previous discussion in which we have applied n+1 rule. We will simply count the methylene neighbor. They are 3 and add 1. That is the CH2 proton will give the quartet, and from the CH3 we will obtain a triplet because its number of the neighboring proton are 2 and we will add 1, then we will expect 3 number of the peaks from it, and their splitting pattern will be the same like this one, and I am not writing down it here now because it has been previously discussed in this case. Now in order to find out the intensity ratio, we can use this Pascal triangle formula. In case of a peak is singlet, then its intensity will be 1. If there are 2 peak, it will be a doublet with the intensity ratio 1:1. Second, this is the third, 3 peaks, then the intensity ratio 1:2:1, and if it is a quartet, then intensity ratio is the 1:3:1, and so on. These are the intensity ratios of the peaks obtained, and here I have mentioned also the n+1 rule for calculating the number of the peaks. Thank you.